Hey Mexicans, welcome to this new season. So we're doing WICSO again, but we're trying to do it better as I've lost multiple WICSO maps already. And so I just want to have one where I can successfully complete it. I have not successfully completed a WICSO because of this. So now we're going to take a look at a WICSO that hopefully will be completed. We're starting in this area of Azerbaijan as this is going to be our first country. It will expand to have this area at first. And over time, it will discover the rest of the like over time it'll discover portions of the Caspian Sea. This is the goal of this country pretty much. It's to engulf a lot of what this ocean is. Ocean in keywords. But eventually, as soon as they go around this area, they start to figure out that hold up, this is not an ocean. This is a lake. But for some reason, the Caspian Sea country does not care. They want this whole entire body of water. And that's what they will get. So over time, they will go to take the entire Caspian Sea region, as that's their goal. And so yeah, now we have a Caspian Sea country. We begin to see this country go into other areas, like for example surrounding areas away from the Caspian, so like Turkmenistan. You go a bit farther into that, they also clean up some land over here because for some reason I found that. But they will also discover pretty much the rest of the Caucasus area, and they hit the Black Sea. And they also hit up some more Central Asian lands. It will go a bit further into Persia and like Anatolia, but eventually this entire front stops. And then they go up a bit more here, but it stops again. And we see a population boom happen in Caspia. But how big is the population, and how big do they have to expand their company, that population? Holy crap, that's big. So yeah, the Caspian Sea country has expanded a lot. Real a lot. But we will see some other areas begin to get discovered soon. As the Caspian Sea country also wants to surround the Black Sea before they eventually stop expanding. And so they will get to that point eventually. Just a given. So yeah, the Black Sea is surrounded. They will expand this to look a lot more natural, and we will see some more kind of exploration here. Holy crap, that's a big exploration. And oh look, another population boom. How big are they gonna expand this time? Good God, that's a lot of land. But yeah, the Caspian Sea country, or better known as the Black Caspian country, is now pretty much done expanding. for good. Now, whether this thing breaks apart, that's something else, but we'll see. But we do see some explorationists who want to start new countries. So we see them expanding into the Greece area. And this is a big exploration group. These are people that really want to leave the green team, as they've been expanding for too long. But yeah, we see the Greek country start up. And I think they need a better color. Yeah, I think that'll work. So yeah, the Greeks are now a country. And they expand pretty well along these areas. Yeah, these are the same type of people. But eventually, due to not well founding, these areas just, no, they don't exist. Which is interesting because that was a... They're gonna, like, in the history books, that's gonna be known as the failure of the Anatolia. Which is harsh, but there's some truth to it. But anyway, that's not all the countries that'll be founded in this expedition. As next up, we go over here to Italy, avoiding the Alps. But actually, I don't care about geography. We're not going to acknowledge it. Yeah, in this world, geography doesn't exist. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, 2 new countries. So yeah, there's one country that was founded along the way. This Adriatic country. With goals of trying to take the entire Adriatic. Though that's very unlikely. But we do see it formulating here. And then a Roman country starts up, which takes the entire peninsula of Italy. So, yeah. There's that. But there's a second expedition that was leading away from Caspia. It wasn't just one. There was another one. It was going towards, like, some other areas. No place in mind, just other areas in general. These people make it to the Mesopotamian area. And they realize, oh, how valuable this region is. It's farmable. It has a bunch of arable land. And so, yeah, they start a country here. Yeah, I know, this is just blatant stealing of colors from this is WICSO, but the red Mesopotamian country. Red is usually the starting country of the series. Why didn't you use it for this one? I didn't want to, that's why. Anyway, that being said, we have that red Mesopotamian country, which will see its own quest coming up. But there are some explorers that go down over here into the Arabian area. These explorers decide to stop here, and they begin their own country with their own founding, starting in Qatar. Welcome to Qatar, where the Blue Arabian country is formed. Okay, now this is just some blatant stealing, but you know, it makes sense. But yeah, so we head out of this area, which will get explored a bit by the Arabians. But the main expedition was really just going west over here. They do make some pit stops along the way, such as Egypt, which will get a founding right over here where the Nile is in this area. So yeah, we have an Egyptian country early on. Fun. But that's not the only area they make it to. As they make it to the Tunis area and the surrounding region. And with no this is the end of the expedition pretty much. As a new country over here is founded in what is essentially the Carthage area. Yeah, this has some good founding. Now, it won't be all of this. Just gonna be over here. This could be this could be strengthened at any point. Oh yeah, speaking of which, who are the strongest countries in this in WICSO so far? Well, how many countries there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do our top 5 rankings. So number 1 is obviously the green team. I'm gonna do this in a different layer, just for simplicity. So number 1's the green team. It's they're the first country, and they've also strengthened themselves along the Black Sea and Caspian Seas. Although the Caspian Sea won't be valuable too much longer. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe in the future they find a way to dig a canal across to the Black Sea. I wouldn't bet on it, but they probably would. In the far future though. Anyway, number 2, I know this would be a strange one because they were just kind of founded, but Mesopotamia would be number 2. That's because of the arable land that's over here, not for any other reason. Number 3 would go to Carthage. They have a pretty good economic position, even in modern, even Carthage back in the day had a pretty good economic position. Number 4 would be Rome, and that's because of their strategic position along the Mediterranean. And then 5 is it's tied between Egypt and Greece, but ultimately the upper hand does kind of go to Egypt. That's because they own a good chunk of arable land throughout the Nile. Which you don't own all of it, but it's a pretty good position to be in. And eventually, once the Suez Canal is built, if the Suez Canal is built, it's gonna be even better for stuff around here. So yeah. And then all these, and then I would say the Blue Arabian countries the weakest so far. But yeah, those are all the rankings. So yeah, good rankings. Now what? Well, you see, exploration doesn't rest, and the blue Arabian country and the red Mesopotamian country team up together to pretty much discover the rest of Arabia. So all this is now fully discovered. And they both need this extra land because both populations have boomed recently. So we will now take a look at a peace treaty where they decide to split up Arabia. Or should I say a peace treaty? I don't think those existed back then. It's more of an agreement. So here's what the borders are going to look like with the Egyptians being drafted into this peace treaty, as they just want the Sinai Peninsula. The Arabians get this part of the Arabia, pretty much uniting all of Arabia, and also this includes this part too. And the Mesopotamians get this land pretty much. expanding themselves to be a pretty great power. So yeah. And we see one more thing happening. As Carthage explore some good stuff. They go a bit inland in this area before they realize that there's a bunch of desert. They push out into the Morocco area and kind of Western Sahara, but this, for the most part, this is discovered. Nobody forms a country yet. It's just exploration, just on the government's sake. But some people do decide to split off from this, as they really hate Carthage. So they land over here in the Iberian Peninsula. As they push out and pretty much discover everything up to the Pyrenees, pretty much. And so, yeah, what happens? Well, of course, they start a new country. They found a new country. Welcome to the Iberian Empire. This thing is gonna get crazier within the next within the next episodes. But yeah, that will be the end of this What is Civilization Start Over episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a new video. Peace out.